You know the deal, guys. Thrift store, an hour in here. I'm gonna see how much money I can make buying used things and selling them on Amazon. I don't usually do eBay. I will for a few things, but almost everything you're gonna see in this video is being resold on Amazon using Amazon FBA. What is that? Well, they store the items, they ship them out. In my opinion, it's the easiest way to be a reseller. Let's get in there and make some money.
I find myself always going to the electronics section first. For me, it generally has the biggest scores, the most profit. Here are some digital cameras. They are too old to be of value to us, but still kind of neat. A Magellan, same thing. Too old, kind of neat. I will buy some of the Garmin's occasionally, but a Magellan doesn't seem to have, at least for me, the same brand value on Amazon. Maybe it's better on eBay, but it's not good on Amazon. There's a giant Zenith Allegra home, it's not stereo system, a home vinyl player system. I don't see any speakers. I looked it up on eBay and it does have some sold, but it'd be very hard to test and they want $50 for it, so it's not what I'm looking to do. I'm looking for easy things. I'm not sure what that is, a hard drive maybe. Asus is a computer brand. These are printers, they're too big. If they were with Wi-Fi or with Bluetooth, I'd look them up, but that one is not a valuable one. It's just one you see at Walmart for like $50 or $100, and used, it's surely worth less than that. This is the record player again. I checked it out to make sure that I wasn't missing on a good deal. I've seen these sell on eBay for like $400 if they are tested, complete, and working. This one's not complete. It has like a metal bolt in there for one of the springs, or one of the switches, I mean. And it's just for someone who collects these and could mess around with it for a while. Maybe it's a good deal for them, but for me as a reseller, I don't think I'm going to buy it. Sometimes these electrical routing accessories, they're valuable. That one is just for like audio visual cables and like a TV or like an Xbox or whatever, so I'm going to pass on that. If it had HDMI input, I would look it up and maybe buy it for my own use. This is it like rips DVDs, I believe. I'm not totally sure. I couldn't find it on Amazon. And it kind of has a flimsy design, so I put it back. All of these giant Sony receivers I'm passing on because they just weigh too much for FBA. And they kind of, you risk them breaking other things in the shipment. You risk them breaking through the corners of the box you have it packaged in when you ship it on Amazon, because they're not as safe with the items as you would be if you were fulfilling it yourself on eBay or merchant fulfilled. Maybe if I sold things differently, I would have bought it, but all this big stuff, I mean, even this Blu-ray, it's like a 5 DVD deck, it's just too big. It's worth money, it's profitable, but it's just not the way I want to sell things. One of the luxuries of having a warehouse filled with countless amounts of inventory that I've accrued over the past 10 years is I can pass on things like that. What I'm doing now is going over to the small electronics. I'll sort the clocks by brand and feature, look for calculators. That one right here is a Texas TI 92. They sell for about $60 on Amazon. Over back to the clocks, looking for brands like Sony, Panasonic. I'm looking for Timex if there's a big screen. I'm looking for anything with like nature soothing sounds or morning sunrise brightener light that makes you happy. That kind of stuff, anything that sets it apart. This calculator, again, definitely a keeper. That small Timex clock I'm not going to keep. There are some Sonys on the row below we're going to see in a second. I'm definitely going to keep those. All these toys, like the Xbox 360 controller, they are profitable, but not in any way that's worth my time. Hello Kitty clock sells for like $30 on eBay, and I can't find the listing on Amazon. I'm going to pass on that. Out of those Sonys down there, I end up buying one of them. There is, what's back here? That Sony right there sells for like $60, but the sales rank is super high. I actually have one for sale on Amazon right now. It's been for sale for like 3 or 4 months, and surprisingly, it hasn't sold yet. Hopefully it does by Christmas, but you never know. There's the Xbox 360 from the controller. I saw about 3 shelves up. Has the hard drive still, so I believe it does work. A lot of times with their red ring of death, the hard drive has been removed, but there's none of the cords I can test it with, and it's just not, I mean, for $9, yeah, it's profitable, but I'm not going to buy it because it would not be an easy thing to sell or a fast thing to sell. What would be an easy thing to sell would be these this phone right here, these AT&T phone sets. If I can get them for like under $10 and there's 3 or 4 receivers, I usually buy that one. I did not look up, but I would figure it sells for about $75. Could spend days and days and days scanning CDs, scanning DVDs, scanning books, And it wouldn't really be the best use of your time. It might be, I don't know your life, but I'm just guessing. If you're like me and you have less than all day, what you want to do is go back to the media section and look for the ones still in the new packaging, still in the manufacturer packaging, because those are going to be most likely the most valuable DVDs, or the most valuable any at all. I mean, not just DVDs, the most valuable discs of any kind, because not only do they have their own delineation on the product listing page for new, when you buy new, there is also a much lower chance of the disc being scratched, broken, or just not playing for any odd reason. Now, not all of these new discs are worthwhile, but I'm going to scan them all, and what ended up happening was 2 of them worth like 30 or 40 bucks, and the other 5 or 6 got put back. What I look for beyond anything new in the package, new and original packaging, is going to be box sets or anything especially weird. I didn't find anything really weird, but if it's like Mongolian drum warriors or something like that, that's pretty odd, and there's a good chance that it wasn't produced on a large scale and will be worth your money. There, right here, boom, great box set. I picked it off the shelf right there. This is a bolo. This on Amazon sells for about 70 bucks. I haven't checked the eBay sold, but I'm sure it's really good. And if it's not really good, arbitrage that shit right now. When I'm looking for toys, I'm also looking for anything new in box. I don't see any here, except up top. That's a Men from Venus, Women from Mars, or whatever the hell it is game. New in box, so I'll scan that. And then this, I've sold these before for between 35 and 60 bucks. They are Wheel of Fortune handheld games. They are always worth more this time of year, and everything is really. So that's going to go in the cart for sure. The strategy is usually grab stuff, put in the cart, look it up, and if it's not good, I put it back. And sometimes there are duds. Like that Men Are From Venus and Women Are From Venus 2 game, or whatever the hell it is. It's only worth like 20 bucks. It's heavy. The profit there is like $5. And then this is the original. It's made in 1998, and the one that they are selling on Amazon is a newer one. So all those factors, for me, say do not buy. I'm just rounding out the thrift store trip right now. Toys, looking for any name brands, looking for anything that has a lot of features, anything that's branded to a larger entity, like Lion King stuff or Dora the Explorer stuff. That chalk there is new in box, but it's worth like $2, so pass. Little Tykes piano, again, like $10, pass. I don't want to buy toys worth like $25. I want to buy toys that are discontinued, and because they are discontinued, they're worth like $180. I very rarely find myself buying remote control cars for 2 reasons. 1, you can't test them really, and 2, you don't know if the controller that you have in your hand is for the actual toy. Maybe it is, but without seeing the original packaging, I have no clue. It really is just a time game, a patience game. You're going to go through all these thrift stores, and maybe your first 2 years of doing it, you're not going to know the brands. But eventually, as you sell more and more stuff, you'll see things like this and go, oh, okay, Fisher Price, that's awesome. It has an interactive microphone, double awesome. It's durable with these padded sides, so it's not going to break, triple awesome. All those things mean it's probably worth money. And when I looked it up after I was done filming, sure enough, it sells for $68 merchant fulfilled on Amazon, and I think I can get about $100 for it around Q4. Well, it is Q4 now, around Christmas. So in the next like 30 days, someone's going to say, you know what? My kid needs that. I'm going to buy it for him. I'm venturing more and more into hard goods, into decor, into stuff like that because I want to sell it. I don't know why, just something I'm interested in. So this right here, this weird, like, what it is, I believe it's a imitation miniature grandfather clock with just like a basic battery powered clock in back and a facade to make it appear as if it's like some Victorian regal miniature accessory. It's not worth anything, but it is cool. A lot of this stuff really is not worth that much. The handmade stuff, I don't know the most about it, but like handmade bowls command a premium if they've got the checkered pattern from multiple kinds of wood. Mostly it has to do with the brand. You want to find brand on these things. Here's some branded material. It's Olivia the Pig, I think is that character's name. But when you set them up like they'd be used, like any human would use them, with a left-hand side and a right-hand side, you can't see the graphic on one of the sides. So I guess like this is 2 halves of 2 sets, so we're going to pass on those for sure. And now over to the figurines. I'm just going to look a few of these up. None of these are worth buying, I don't think. But when you look at the bottom of this one, it says Dollar Tree on there. So that's a Dollar Tree figurine. Kind of funny, I guess, to see it at a thrift store. Next to it is one. There's no sticker on the bottom of this one. I think the bottom may have been peeled off, but I don't totally know. I'm still very new at this. And then over here is a biscotti jar. And on the bottom it says Noni's. It says made
especially or only for nonies. And so you can look up that plus Santa plus jar on eBay and see that these sell for about 20 or 30 bucks, including shipping. So probably if I bought that for whatever they wanted, like $9 for it, $5 for it, I'm not going to make hardly any money. It's not what I want to do. Well, here's what I bought, guys. All in all, I spent 70 bucks. I hope to get about 500 out of here. It shouldn't be too hard. A lot of DVDs, a lot of video games. And thanks for watching, guys. Don't be a shithead.